In this video, check out Salt and Pepper, a neighborhood favorite restaurant in downtown Tiburon with me. We'll have a chat with the owner Paul and enjoy their signature Dungeness Club Benedict. And after that, Fif Ghobadian and I will discuss seller buy-downs, a popular tool for closing the gap between sellers and buyers in this market. Hello everyone, my name is Aya Schwartz. Today I'm here at one of the signature restaurants in Tiburon Downtown with the owner Paul Montereso. Hi Paul.
Hey Aya, how are you doing?
Good, thanks for having me today.
And thank you for coming over here.
Thank you. How long has this restaurant been here?
This restaurant been here 12 years, almost 13.
Wow.
This January 1st.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yes. And tell me about your restaurant.
Well, our restaurant serves America's comfort food, which we do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mm-hmm. And we serve all from omelets, benedicts, pancakes in the morning. We serve a lot of sandwich, salads, burgers, one of the best burgers in town for lunch. And also for dinner, we do a lot of burgers, we do a lot of steaks, seafood. That's how we're here.
Wow,
yes.
Sounds really delicious.
It's delicious, yes.
For the customers who are here for the first time, what kind of dishes do you recommend that they would try for the first time?
For the first time, if they come in the morning, I would recommend them to have any Benedicts. Mm-hmm. We make our own hollandaise in the house. Well, everything is fresh made in the house, but I would suggest them to have eggs Benedicts or some buttermilk pancakes. So we have some corned beef hash homemade. And if they come for lunch, I would recommend them to do some salads. We have something called Dungeness crab stuck salad. It's really good. Mm-hmm. Or for dinner, most people do our pork chop. Pork chop is cooked with served with some sweet potato and some sauteed spinach, and it's really delicious. One of the best dishes.
I'm gonna try the breakfast menu later. So
okay.
I'm so excited.
Yes. All right, sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure.
And I will look forward to eating your food later.
Thank you, and thank you very much for coming over here.
Right,
I wish you the best.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Aya Schwartz, a real estate broker associate with Compass, specializing in homes in the North Bay, San Francisco, and the East Bay. For the past year, buyers and sellers have been wrestling with the market impact of mortgage interest rates at levels not seen this high since 2008. Many buyers have sat on the sidelines, hoping the listing prices will come down to make their monthly payments affordable, while sellers have either resisted selling altogether or have been stuck in drawn-out listings with successive price reductions. One approach that buyers and sellers have been using to bridge the gap has been seller-paid mortgage rates buy-downs. Joining me today to explain how seller-paid mortgage rates buy-downs would work and why they're an attractive tool to the right sellers and buyers is Fif Ghobadian, SVP of Origin Point Mortgage.
Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about how they work. Normally, when a house doesn't sell, the natural reaction is to say, let's reduce the purchase price. Let's reduce the sales price. And the reality is that you have to reduce it quite a bit for it to be a significant reduction for the buyer. What banks are offering now is an option where the seller puts some money in an escrow account with the bank, and that money is used to reduce the buyer's rate temporarily, okay? So let's go over a typical buy down, which is a 2-1 buy down. That means the first year, that money that the seller puts in an account reduces the buyer's rate by 2%, and the second year reduces it by 1%. The example that you have on the screen is, let's assume you're buying a $1.5 million house, okay? Typical situation, someone puts 20%, they get a loan of $1.2 million. At the rates in this sheet, they're like 7.75, and the monthly payments is 8,596. Natural reaction is, let's do a 5% price reduction. If you do a 5% price reduction, your mortgage rate goes down to 1,140, and your monthly payments are down by about $300, $400, 8,167. Okay, now a 5% price reduction, by the way, in that scenario is a $75,000 loss of money for the seller. If the seller puts $28,000 in a bank, the buyer's rate goes down by 2% the first year, 5.75, and that buyer's is saving about $1,500 a month. Their monthly payment goes to $7,000. That's the beauty of the buy down. The seller puts less money in an account, loses less money, and the buyer is saving a significant amount. The second year, the buyer's rate goes down by 1% to 6.75, and their payment goes down to $7,700, which is an $800 reduction in monthly payments. So at the end of the day, the seller loses less money and the buyer saves more money. It's the best option available right now for buyers and sellers. Moves the property, makes it more affordable, and the expectation is rates are going to drop. The buyer will be able to refinance. Any money that is in that account before the buyer uses it all, if they refinance earlier, it's their money. They can use it to pay down the loan. Okay. One other thing that you brought up on the screen is the cost of waiting, and this is an important tool because in the same scenario, a lot of buyers can say, "I'm just going to wait for rates to drop." Okay. Let's go to the last column, waiting 3 years. Let's say it takes 3 years for the rates to go to 4.5%. What people don't understand is, as rates drop, the value of the home doesn't stay static. That goes up. So even at the appreciation for the county, and we have it by zip code, of let's say 5 to 7%, which is pretty standard for Tiburon, you will see that in 3 years, that $1.5 million property is $1.7 million. But the monthly payment savings, even at a 4.5% interest rate, which is going to save them, let's see, about $17,000 a year, is nothing compared to the appreciation that that buyer has just lost.
Thank you so much, Fif, for explaining. Yeah, if you have any more questions, please comment below and we will connect. All right, thank you so much for watching.